Super Smash Brothers! Oh, Zelda and Mario and Monster Hand! Oh! Summon the Star Park and Reagan! Oh! The awesome part is that you can play this with some of your friends! Oh, right, I forgot, I don't have any friends. However, there might be a solution to this problem.
Meet Nintendo! Super Smash Bros. Is a fighting game released for the Nintendo 64 in 1999. The game is essentially a crossover between several different Nintendo franchises such as Mario, The Legend of Zelda and Kirby. The goal is to knock each player off the screen in order to win the match, but we obviously don't care about the usual way, so let's make some cheats. The Debug Menu is a feature that was used by the game developers to test certain aspects of the game. It allows a player to do many different things. For example, one can gain access to any character, stage, item and mode. This is the System Debug Menu. It allows you to test the sound system, some screen transitions and other things. The rumble setting makes the joystick vibrate in different speeds and durations. These calls are heard in-game when a player reaches a critical percentage of damage while still managing to apply some powerful attacks to the opponent player. Interesting to note about this sound test is that it contains 695 sounds to choose from. The in-game unlockable sound test only shows 438 sounds. The game developers made a set of screen transitions that to my knowledge were never used in the final release of the game, even though some are very awesome. The Make Items Appear code for player 1 spawns a random item in the map by pressing down on the D-pad. The total amount of items that can be added is limited, until some are removed again. This code is so simple, it's brilliant. By using it, every character in any mode will be able to jump infinitely instead of the usual double jump limit. This even makes it possible to be under the map and allows an exciting air battle with your friends. The Battle Debug Menu is probably the most awesome feature left in the game. It can access the Versus mode, one player mode, staff roll, explain, auto demo and a congratulations. The S stands for setting and can be used to apply a specific map setting. It makes some maps playable. The CPU can be in lots of different modes, but human, nothing and computer are important. First we will look at one player mode. The value under the character name changes the color. The character name itself can be used to select a character, and more on that later. On pressing start, the game will boot in single player mode, starting the first fight against Link. Staff roll has no further settings. By pressing start you will see the credits screen. Explain is the introduction how to play video of Super Smash Bros. Auto Demo sets up a random battle against 4 computers. These battles are used at the title screen when the user doesn't respond for a while. It zooms in on the characters, showing their names. Congratulations is only a photo scene at the end of single player mode. Versus debug is a lot more advanced. First we set the third and the fourth player to not participating or nothing. Then the second player will be computer and we will be man. On pressing start, the stage select pops up. There are lots of maps to choose from here, including the target practice maps and the race to the finish, etc. There's a test map called New with a Kirby scene. This was never used in the game and is a lot more awesome and wilder than the actual Kirby map used. It has moving plants, vertical platforms, awesome shapes, a red invisible platform on the top, and would have been great to play in, but they left it out. When messing around in the character selection, you first encounter all the in-game characters, but then there is the boss Master Hand, completely functional. Metal Mario with its heavy physics, the Polygon Team with its low quality model of all 8 default characters, and Giant Donkey Kong from the one player mode. By using the Battle Debug, you can play as Master Hand. There's a long list of commands that Master Hand can execute, and usually the game crashes whenever Master Hand dies or the map ends. But even so, it's a fun character that we always wished to play with, but never could. I wish I could have shown Super Smash Bros. Melee. It has a debug menu so massive I could spend years making a review for it. But I would need my own action replay for the GameCube, which on eBay has some impressive prices such as €60. In case you wonder why I am using emulation, I do own all the games shown so far and tons of consoles, but one of my sisters gave about 200 games and 10 consoles as a present to her boyfriend.